Hello students, welcome to today's class. Today we discuss the numericals of chapter 3, laws of motion. So there are numericals in the exercise 3C and 3E. So we will be solving these numericals. The important formulas used for solving the numericals are momentum, P is equal to M into V. Momentum is represented by the letter P, M for mass, V for velocity. So momentum is equal to mass into velocity. Then force is equal to mass into acceleration. When mass and acceleration are given, so we find force by the formula mass into acceleration. Then force by the law of gravitation, F is equal to G into M1 M2 upon R square. Then force due to gravity, F is equal to mg. Then equations of motion in the case of free fall. So first one, V is equal to U plus gt. Then next one, H is equal to ut plus half gt square. Then V squared is equal to U squared plus 2gh. So these are the formulas which we use for solving the numericals of chapter 3, laws of motion. First we do first question of third C exercise. Question is, a body of mass 5 kg is moving with a velocity of 2 meters per second. Calculate the linear momentum. First of all, we write what all things are given. So mass is given. So mass M is equal to 5 kg and velocity V is equal to 2 meters per second. Now we write the formula to find momentum. Formula to find momentum is mass into velocity. Now we substitute the values in the formula. Mass is equal to 5 kg and velocity is equal to 2 meters per second. So 5 into 2, 10 kg meter per second. So this is the answer. Now we do third question. A force of 15 Newton acts on a body of mass 2 kg. Calculate the acceleration produced. First of all, we write what all things are given. Mass is given as 2 kg and force is given as 15 Newton. So we write the formula force. Force F is equal to mass into acceleration. Or acceleration is equal to force upon mass. Then we substitute 15 upon 2 equal to 7.5 unit meter per second square. So this is the answer. Now we are doing question number 5. Calculate the magnitude of force which when applied on a body of mass 0.5 kg produces an acceleration of 5 meter per second square. First of all, we write what all things are given. Mass is given as 0.5 kg. Then acceleration is given as 5 meters per second square. Writing the formula force F is equal to M into A. Then substituting 0.5 kg into 5 meters per second square. 0.5 into 5 equal to 2.5. Kilogram meter per second square is called Newton. The answer is 2.5 Newton. Now we do question number 7. A force acts for 10 seconds on a stationary body of mass 100 kg After which the force ceases to act, the body moves through a distance of 100 meters in the next 5 seconds. Calculate the velocity acquired by the body and the acceleration produced by the force and the magnitude of the force. So first we do the first part. The body moves through a distance of 100 meters. 100 meter distance is moved in a 5 seconds. What is the velocity acquired by the body? Velocity acquired, that is distance upon time. So which is equal to 100 meters upon 5 seconds. 100 upon 5 is equal to 20 meters per second. So this is first part. Now we do the second part. What is the acceleration produced? The acceleration produced in 10 seconds. So force acts for 10 seconds. So on a stationary body, so initial velocity is 0, then final velocity we found. Then it acts for 10 seconds. Time taken is 10 seconds. So we have to find acceleration. Acceleration formula v minus u upon t. So 20 minus 0 upon 10. 20 upon 10 equal to 2 meters per second square. This is the answer of second part. Now third part. What is the magnitude of force? Force is mass into acceleration. Mass is given as 100 kilogram. Acceleration we have found. Then writing the formula, force equal to mass into acceleration. Mass is 100 kilogram. And acceleration we have calculated 2 meters per second square. 100 into 2 equal to 200. Kilogram into meter per second square, it is called Newton. So this is the answer of question number 7. Now we do question number 9. Question: a force causes an acceleration of 10 meters per second square in a body of mass 500 gram. So we write the values. Mass 500 gram. Gram we convert into kilogram. 500 upon 1000 kilogram. 5 upon 10 kilogram. Then acceleration is equal to 10 meters per second square. Now we find the force. Force F is equal to m into a, which is equal to 5 by 10 into 10. That is equal to 5 Newton. The force produced is 5 Newton. Then question is what acceleration will be caused by the same force in a body of mass 5 kilogram. Now another body whose mass is case 2, same force is equal to 5 Newton, but it is on another body of mass 5 kilogram. Mass is 5 kilogram. Now force is 5 Newton, mass is 5 kilogram. We have to find the acceleration. So we write the formula of acceleration. Acceleration is equal to F upon m. So that is equal to 5 upon 5, which is equal to 1 meter per second square. So this is the answer. Now question number 11. A force acts for 0.1 second on a body of mass 2 kilogram initially at rest. Then force is withdrawn. Body moves with a velocity of 2 meters per second. What is the magnitude of force? So body of mass 2 kilogram. Initially at rest, U is equal to 0. Then it acts for 0.1 second. Then after the force is withdrawn, body moves with a velocity of 2 meters per second. First of all, we find the acceleration. Acceleration is equal to v minus u upon t. V is 2, u is 0, and time is 0.1. 2 upon 0.1. 2 upon 0.1 is equal to 20 meter per second square. This is the acceleration produced. Now we have to find the magnitude of force. Force F is equal to m into a. Mass is 2 kilogram and the acceleration is 20 meter per second square. 20 into 2 is equal to 40. Kilogram meter per second square is called Newton. 40 Newton. This is the answer. Now doing question number 13. A car of mass 480 kilogram moving at a speed of 54 kilometer per hour is stopped by applying brakes in 10 seconds. Calculate the force applied by the brakes. So a car of mass is 480 kilogram. Moving with an initial velocity of 54 kilometer per hour. So 54 kilometer per hour we convert into meter per second by multiplying by pi by 18. Meter per second. So that is stopped. So V is equal to 0 in 10 seconds. Time taken is 10 seconds. So first we find the acceleration V minus u upon t. So that is 0 minus 15 upon 10. So minus 1.5 meter per second square. So here retardation is produced. Then we have to find the force. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. Mass is 480 and acceleration 1.5 meter per second square. 480 into 1.5. 480 into 1.5, 720. Kilogram meter per second squared is Newton. So it is a negative sign, shows that it is a retardative force. So the magnitude of the force applied by the brake is 720 Newton. Now we are doing the last question of this exercise. Question number 15. A bullet of mass 50 gram. Mass is 50 gram. We convert into kilogram. 50 by 1000 kilogram. 5 upon 100. 1 by 20 kilogram. So bullet of mass 50 gram, which is equal to 1 by 20 kg, is moving with an initial velocity. Initial velocity of 100 meter per second. 100 meter per second. And comes to rest. Final velocity is 0. Then it penetrates a distance of 2 centimeter. Distance penetrated is 2 centimeter, which is 2 by 100 meter. Then first part calculate the initial momentum. Initial momentum P1, mass into initial velocity. That is equal to mass is 1 by 20 kg and initial velocity is 100 meter per second. So that is equal to 5 kilogram meter per second. So this is the first part, 5 kilogram meter per second. Now second part, what is the final momentum? Final momentum. Final velocity is 0. So mass into final velocity 1 by 20 into 0, which is equal to 0. Final momentum of the bullet is 0. Then third part, retardation. So we have to find the retardation caused by the wooden block. So we use the formula V squared is equal to u squared plus 2as. So v is 0, u is 100 square plus 2a, s is 2 by 100. So minus 4a by upon 100 is equal to 100 square. So there minus a is equal to into 100 upon 4. So that is equal to 25. 2.5 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second square. So this is the 2 to the 10 to the power 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 to the power 4 into 10. So 2.5 into 10 to the power 5 meter per second square. Retardation is equal to 2.5 into 10 to the power 5 meter per second square. Now last part. What is the resistive force? Resistive force, mass into acceleration. Third part. Fourth part. Mass into acceleration. Mass is 1 by 20 kg and acceleration is this one, 2.5 into 10 to the power 5. This much Newton. So which is equal to 12,500 Newton. So this is the answer of question number 15. Now we are doing the numericals of exercise 3E. So first question. The force of attraction between two bodies at a certain separation is 10 Newton. What will be the force of attraction between them if the separation is reduced to half? So first we are using the formula of universal law of gravitation. That is F is equal to G m1 m2 upon r square. So this is given as 10 Newton. This is the first case. First case force is this one. Now second case. Now the distance is reduced to half. Then r will become r upon 2. R upon 2 square. So that is equal to G m1 m2 upon r squared upon 4. Then this 4 will come to the numerator. Now this can be replaced by 10 Newton. So this is the same as F1. F1 into 4. So F1 is 10 Newton. 10 into 4, which is equal to 40 Newton. So this is the answer. Now doing third question. Calculate the weight of a body of mass 10 kg in kgf and Newton. G is 9.8 meter per second square. So mass is given as 10 kilogram. First part is we have to express weight in kgf. So if a body has a mass 10 kilogram, then weight will be 10 kgf. If a body has mass of 5 kilogram, weight will be 5 kgf. So 10 kg means that is equal to 10 kgf. Now second part we have to convert kgf into Newton. For converting kgf into Newton, you have to multiply with the value of acceleration due to gravity. mg Newton. So that is 10 kilogram into G is given as 9.8 meter per second square. So 9.8 into 10 is 98 kilogram meter per second square is Newton. 98 Newton. So first part answer is 10 kg, second part answer is 98 Newton. Now doing question number 5. The weight of a body is 2 Newton. Weight is equal to 2 Newton. What is the mass of the body? G is G is given as 10 meter per second square. So we write the formula of weight. W is equal to m into G. M we have to find out. So m is equal to W upon G. W is 2 upon 10 equal to 0.2 kilogram. This is the answer. Now question number 7. A man weighs 600 Newton on earth. Weight on earth is 600 Newton. So what would be is weight on moon. So weight on moon that is 1/6 of the weight on earth. That is 1/6 into 600, which is equal to 100 Newton. So if a man weighs 600 Newton on earth, he will weigh 100 Newton on moon. The reason is that acceleration due to gravity of moon is 1/6 of the acceleration due to gravity of earth. Now we are doing question number 9. A ball is released from a height. From a height, a ball is released and it reaches the ground in 3 seconds. Time taken is 3 seconds. G is 9.8 meter per second square. So when a ball is released from a height, initial velocity is 0. When a body is released from a certain height, initial velocity is 0. So we have to find the height from which the ball was released. First part, the height from which the ball was released. So we use the formula H is equal to ut plus half gt square. U is 0 plus half gt square, half 9.8 into 3 square, 3 into 3. So 2, 4.9. 0 into 3 is 0, 0 plus 4.9 into 9. That is 44.1, which is equal to 44.1 meter. So this is the answer of first part. Height from which the ball was released, that is 44.1 meter. Now it's B part. What is the velocity with which the ball will strike the ground? So we write the formula V is equal to U plus gt. So we have to find out. U is 0, 0 plus G is 9.8, 9.8 and T is 3, 9.8 into 3, which is equal to 29.4. 0 plus 29.4, that is equal to 29.4 meter per second. Now question number 11. A ball is thrown vertically upward. It goes to a height of 20 meter. So it goes to a maximum height of 20 meter and then returns to the ground. G is given as 10 meter per second square. So first part we have to find the initial velocity of the ball. So when a ball is thrown upward, when it reaches to the maximum height, the final velocity is 0. At the maximum height, final velocity is 0. And initial velocity we have to find out. These things are given. So we use this formula. V squared is equal to U squared minus 2GH. 0. U squared minus 2 into G is 10. 10 into height is 20. U squared minus 400. So therefore U squared is equal to 400. U is equal to square root of 400, which is equal to 20 meter per second. So initial velocity is equal to 20 meter per second. Now in second part, when it is coming down, when it is coming down, the height traveled is 20 meter and G is same. So while coming down, so we have to find at the maximum height when it is coming down, at the maximum height U is 0. We have to find the final velocity. We use the same formula. While coming down, V squared is equal to U squared plus 2GH. Substituting. So V squared, we have to find out. U is 0. 0 plus 2 into G is 10 and H is 20. 2 into 10 is 20, 400. So V is equal to square root of 400, which is equal to 20 meter per second. Initial velocity is 20 meter per second and final velocity is also 20 meter per second. Now it's the last part. So how much total time is taken for the journey of the boat? Suppose that when the ball is coming from the height, so we find how much time is taken to come from the maximum height to the ground. So we use the formula V is equal to U plus GT. But when it is coming from the maximum height, at that time U is 0. So V is equal to U plus GT. So V is 20 and U is 0. 0 plus G is 10. 10 into T. So then T will come 20 by 10, which is equal to 2 seconds. 2 second time is taken to come from the maximum height to the ground, and 2 seconds is also taken to go from the ground to the maximum height. So 2 seconds is taken to go from the ground to the maximum height, and 2 seconds is taken to come from the maximum height to the ground. So total time taken that is 2 plus 2, which is equal to 4 seconds. So 2 seconds is taken to go from the ground to the maximum height, and 2 seconds is taken to come from the maximum height to the ground. So total time taken is 4 seconds. So we have solved a number of questions, and a number of questions are not solved. That questions are similar to these questions that you can solve by yourself by following the same method. In next class, we will meet with another topic.